think that's a neat book.
Yeah. And this is out there.
Yeah.
Good evening. Welcome to What's New. We are having something a little bit different tonight. We are going to have we call it a tribute to St. Genevieve. So it's just going to be us three, Martha Riesinger, Ara Svensson, and myself, Marianne Roth, and we're going to sort of bring up things that maybe we've forgotten, I know I have, that are around, and we're going to do a tribute to our town. So who wants to start first?
Okay. You want to start first,
Sure,
Martha?
sure. I was just going to talk a little bit about the old houses and some of the attractions, some of the restaurants we have. And you know what's funny? We live here. I've been to all the homes, but it's been years ago.
Right, and I haven't been to all of them. I've been to most of them, but not all of them.
And as far as the memorial cemetery, I've walked through that. And I haven't gone to the things that they have down there. Usually when they have it, I'm already doing something else. But we're talking about, well, we have the Welcome Center, so anybody that needs any information can go down there. And actually, if you haven't been down to the information center, they've got a lot of stuff in there.
Right, and it's a federal now.
It's federal, yes,
Yeah.
yes. Now that we're
Part of the park.
right. And that often you can remember some of that stuff.
Yeah, there's a couple buildings that are a park, and one of them's on there.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So we've got like 1, 2, 3, 4. These are just some of them. I'll mention the Jean Baptiste Valley House, the Green Tree Tavern, the Center for French Colonial Life, the Bolduc House, the Beckett-Ribold House, the Amory House, Felix House, the Gibord Valley House, the Memorial Cemetery. And if anybody can remember back in the day, well, I shouldn't even say that. It's not been that long ago. The Hoffman House down under the trestle, behind the trestle.
Oh, yes.
When they had all those cars back there and how,
Hoffman.
And I'm telling you that had all those cars that was sunk down in the ground and all that. And then they took it and now they redid it. And during Jour de Fête, I took my granddaughter down and we just kind of looked at some of that stuff down there, and it was interesting to her because it's like, so what's that mean and what all this stuff. Well, the funny part was when you talk to someone younger like that and you tell them all the different things, and like at the courthouse, remember when it was the firehouse and the jail?
Oh, yes.
Oh, I mean, it was all of that. And anyway, I was telling her about it, and she said, you know what, I wish we could live one day like that. And right out of my mouth, I am never fast on the draw, but let me tell you, I said, oh, no, you wouldn't. And she said, why? And I said, because we never had telephones back then.
And the kids were not
No,
like that.
heck no, that's not their kind of thing. But,
We never had
so if
televisions.
anybody has a
much as we had.
chance, especially with the fall coming on, this might be something you might want to do, to go to some of these houses and just go down to the Welcome Center, and they have all this information. Or the, let's see, Chamber. The Chamber has
Yeah.
all that information too.
Right, and that's
So-
in the
and
old
that's-
City Hall.
Yeah.
It was the old City
If
Hall
you
at
wanna-
one time.
Yeah, so it's right across
Right
from
on the square.
Anvil.
Yeah, right on the square.
So that would be, those are some neat things that would, I think it'd be just neat that you could go down there. And if anybody hasn't made it to the, the dinosaur museum, I see this big dinosaur and I'm thinking there's got, no,
It's got
sorry.
to be different ones.
Yeah,
The
sorry,
Melissa.
Melissa.
History
Yeah.
Learning Museum.
Um, Anyway, I'm telling you, you guys, that is something that's for everyone. There's stuff down there for all ages, and I don't know of any kids that aren't excited when they come out of there. There's, when we went down there, it was just the information stuff that they had down there, and this life-size dinosaurs. I mean, that was,
They're
when you think about
bigger than life. Yeah.
right? So when you're thinking about it, it's like, oh, that's not big enough for that. But you know, if you go in there and you see that, it's really exciting. And now our Catholic Church is getting an overall look on it, and we went by there the other day, and you know how on the side towards the school, the ground was all still dirt and all that kind of stuff, and I thought, I wonder what they're doing with that. Well, if anybody's gone to church or seen that now, is that lamppost.
Big lamppost.
It's beautiful. I mean,
is.
it's really neat. So that's something that's exciting.
And new sidewalk.
Oh yes, and the new sidewalks. And one little house I have to talk about, and I haven't got there yet, and that's the one on St. Mary's Road, and that's the what we call sassafras.
Sassafras.
Yeah.
It's in her shop.
That's right. And her shop is right next to it. Well, it's a little bitty cabin, and you're thinking, how can anybody go in there, or how could they stay? But I'm telling you what, I keep telling my grandkids, that's where we're going to go down one weekend and just spend the night down there, because it looks so neat.
Yeah.
You know, that, and then now we have some Airbnbs here.
Lots of
and
those,
that's, you know, that's all exciting. I mean, we need that. We've got the microtel. God bless them. We needed them, and the other hotels we have in town. But these are just something that if you don't want to be with a crowd, you're just right here, and they're making the next, or the other one over on, is that 3rd Street? I live right over there. You think I know 3rd Street.
Yeah, 3rd Street. In
And
the old Jerry Superette.
Jerry Superette.
Yeah.
Listen to us, if anybody's younger.
Or Oberly Market, yeah.
Oberly's. Alan Hooks, you know, when Alan that had it, right?
No, it was Jerry. Oh.
Didn't Alan have that?
Quentin had the one
Or
down
Quentin.
on Main
Yeah,
Street.
Quentin had it down
was
there,
down
yeah.
on Main
So
Street.
that's
yeah.
right.
Or not Main Street, on Leahy, at the
On
bottom of
Lake
Leahy.
Hay, yeah. So, you know, that was kind of that's kind of neat. And then, you know, for anybody, we got a new restaurant that just opened, and I'm not going to say it because I know I'm going to get it wrong. Please forgive me. It's Macho's Tacos.
Oh, the taco place
Yes,
house.
right next to
61.
McDonald's, yes. And the other night, they must have been doing pretty good because they were out to the street. You know,
Oh,
they're
well, that's
not
good.
open right now.
Just drive-through?
Just drive-through right now, but, you know, that's exciting. So I hope everybody can get out and support them so we
Right.
can, you know, anybody that comes into town, if there's any way that we can support these people, that's what we need.
Oh,
you
and
know.
on the churches too. The Lutheran Church has redone their church now.
Have they?
Yes, when you go down the street, you see the front entrance now, but that is not the entrance to the church.
Oh.
You go to the right or to the left side, and you go in that way. And where the entrance looks on the outside, when you go in, the church goes that way, the same way it did, but it's the altar now.
Oh.
That's been like that for
Yeah,
probably
it's
15
It's
years
been quite.
or so.
It's
yeah.
been quite some time, but they've really redone. They've got
And
a
they
center
also
now.
have wooden statues in there.
Yes, they
Their
do.
statues
yeah.
are wood. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're beautiful. Yeah.
And also the First Baptist Church in town is redoing theirs too.
Oh, are they?
Yes.
Yes. So all new things for, you know, all the people that's got their own or different churches that they go to. They're all, you know,
Very
working
remodeling
together, and you know, that's what, you know, we were talking about this the other day. All this neat stuff our little town has. You know, I realize it doesn't have some of the bigger shopping centers or whatever, but you know, now you don't have those shopping centers anymore. They're
Right,
all
and they
going
got
down.
cute little shops,
Yes,
yeah.
we've got some.
And then Magnolia's open,
Oh
which
yes,
is
and I've been in all of them, and I bought from all of them. They've got some of the cutest things, and I have to say I'm excited. They have plus sizes, and I need that. So,
and
anyway,
I didn't
excited.
think they had the smaller sizes, but they do.
They do. Yes.
do, yep.
So, so that's exciting to know that we got all these little towns, and you know, one night, me and my daughter it was, I don't know, was before Christmas, but we walked downtown. We just went down there one night and thought, you know what, we're going to go. I think we went and ate 2 out of ones, but anyway, we went walking and that's been down there for I don't know how long. The little shop where you can go in and dress up and take
Oh,
those
yeah.
different pictures. Oh my gosh, we were in there. We were so excited. Just couldn't wait.
Everybody
for
thinks that's so
everybody-
much
oh,
fun.
Yeah. So hoping when my daughter comes from Kansas that we'll be able to get our grandkids in there and,
Oh,
and
that
get
would
some
be
pictures.
cute,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
get some pictures like that.
Yeah,
And-
she's got all kind of dressing
Oh yes.
things,
Oh,
different
just
periods.
different.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it was neat. And the purple finch, that store is, oh my gosh, I've been in there and had a few things from there
And
um,
Sam's of metal, with the tin cans.
Oh yes.
That is
yes.
That is
Oh
amazing.
my gosh, I didn't.
What she can do,
Yes,
yeah.
if somebody can just, even if you don't buy anything, go in there and get the ideas. And then, I mean, to me, I didn't even know it was there. And I thought, oh my gosh, these are some of the neatest gifts. Wow, I would want something like that done. I love the cans that have these different designs in them. And
The
you
Tree
put
of
them-
Life was my favorite
Oh
one.
my gosh.
That one's
That's
beautiful.
beautiful, yes. So.
And there are
yeah.
lamps and
Lamps and
candles or
candles,
whatever
yeah.
you want to use them.
Mhm, whatever you want to use it for.
In plain words, you really don't have to go out of town to do your Christmas shopping or for any occasions.
Right, there's enough
Because
in
there's
town.
everything downtown.
And there's another shop across the street. Well, it's right next door to that where they have those. Well, it's across the street. There's another store where it's got a lot of handmade articles in
Yes,
it. And
yes.
it's part of that. I don't remember what she calls that, but it's right across
See,
the street.
had I known, we would. This would have been neat. This would have been a thing for me and my granddaughters to do. Go and just make sure we had the names of these places. So that'd be something we could do, and we'll bring it back sometime, maybe at Christmas or after Christmas. Bring in the new, what all the names of the stores and stuff are, and but Mandy and hers and Bella ever after. I have a son that has a dog called Bella, and I have this rough time of saying Belle ever after. Bella ever after. And they keep telling me, it's Belle, not Bella. And I said, I know it, but it just Bella comes out. and with Pat's Bakery downtown, and she has like
she is
lunches.
Yeah, she has food
Oh
all
my
the time.
gosh.
And her lunches are really great.
Absolutely. And I haven't tried any of their beer.
I haven't either.
She
I
just tell
haven't
me the
either.
different kinds
Yeah.
and what or what they were made out of, or what the flavors were. And we have cereals, and then we have our little antique stores, Zelensky's, and
Right.
all those, and Common Grounds. This is all
And then
downtown.
in Sarah's.
And Sarah's, oh my
building,
gosh.
Her ice cream, and then next door is
Is
another
the
antique shop.
Absolutely.
And another place that's got really, really good ice cream is the Bee Shop on Market Street. Oh,
Oh,
my
yes.
gosh, it's sweetened with honey. And I got
It is
some
out of this
blueberry, and it was, oh my gosh, it was so good.
So
I
how long are
ate
they
the
open,
whole
do you know?
thing.
Ate the whole thing.
There's enough for 2 in it, actually, but I ate it all.
How long are they open? Do you know?
I
about?
think their hours are, is it 10 to 2:30, 4?
Oh, okay.
Or maybe 4 it is. I don't really know their
Okay.
hours. Does it say it on the paper?
All right.
Does it give any hours? I don't
I'll
I
look
don't
for
think
that.
it does.
Mm-mm.
But these,
Harold's Famous Bee. No.
yeah. This brochure here that Martha has in her hand, you can pick that up down at the Welcome Center or at several other places in town. I think they even have them out on the building over there on Market Street where the museum owns those 3 stores.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
a bunch of, I didn't look, but I'm assuming
That's what.
it's in there because the dinosaur's on the front. They've got them, it's on the wall of the building where the barber shop used to be. And there's brochures in there. And you can pick them up at the Welcome Center
Welcome
also.
Center,
And
yeah.
probably several other places in town. Yeah.
So it's just kind of, I didn't realize when we were talking about, the dining is the Anvil, Audubon's, Beatnik Cafe, Common Grounds, Stella and Me's down on Main Street. I mean,
Right.
this is all right down there, just all within.
You can spend a
Oh
whole
my gosh,
afternoon down on Main
absolutely.
Street, right.
So you can start off at Beatnik for breakfast, Sarah's for lunch, and Cyril's or Audubon's or Obrick for supper. So that would be, and then you have, uh, you know, then you have lodging as Audubon's Hotel, Mike Hotel, Triangle Inn, Blue Cottage. Now, some of these places, I'm not sure where they're located. They're
I
in
think
town,
that
though.
one must be on Main Street.
On Main
Main
Street.
Street Boot Cottage.
Oh, yeah. And then Cozy Haven, Dove's Nest, Dr. How do you pronounce? Herdix, okay. Type in Sassafras Creek Cabin. That's that little Sam's Vacation Rental, Ruby's Rental, Noah's Nest, Miss Betty's Place, Main Street
And
Inn.
Sam's Rentals, they've got a place now that's Heavenly something. It's right next door to Heavenly Hair.
Oh,
remember?
Oh,
They
that's
were
right.
here.
They bought that. That's right.
Yeah, they were here on our show
Yes.
not too long ago
Yes,
talking
and
about
I
it.
wasn't
yeah.
here, and I really
Yeah.
hate missing that one. But
And they also have the trolleys
Oh, yeah.
and 2 vans. So if you need a van to go somewhere, call them up and see if they can take you wherever you want to go. I think the van holds 17, I believe.
Really. Then you have all our wineries. I might just go over a few of the shops. The Pewter.
Oh, that is
If
wonderful.
nobody's seen any of that, that is neat.
That's awesome.
And then Bell Ever After, Bricks Urban Winery.
That's a neat
That's
place
the
too.
Bricks, the new one, right?
Right.
Yes.
And they have seating in the backyard also.
Oh, neat.
And they have bands there every once in a while,
Okay.
music.
This is
It's
the one
very
that's
nice.
right next to Cyril's.
Right.
Then you have Eclectics Gallery and Studio.
That is Jean Reesover's.
Jeans, okay,
Yeah.
okay. European Entitlements.
That's the Myers.
The Myers, okay. And the Felix House has a gift shop. First Settlement Antiques, that's right there
Right
on
now by Sarah's.
Sarah's, yes. The Galleria of St. Genevieve. Harold's Famous Bees, that's just what we were talking about. Iggy's Pop Shop. Now,
There's all kind of games.
that's for the younger, and I'm
younger
telling
generation.
you,
It's
that's,
crowded.
yes it is.
They have tournaments in there.
Do they really?
Yeah.
It's neat because when you go down there, pretty much everything else is closed
And they're
later,
open.
and you see this, and you see these young people in there, and a lot of times I'll go down in the evening just to mail when I mail something, and I'll just drive by there and see it's just fun to see that they have something.
That the
for the
youth have
youngers.
something to
You know,
do.
if you're not involved in sports, we need the sports for our kids to be involved and getting stuff, but we need things for the kids that aren't
Right.
sport minded.
We need
or
that
whatever.
building.
Also,
Absolutely.
there's at the Parish Center, which is right across from the Catholic Church, on one night a week they have a youth group that meets too. So
Oh,
if you're
okay.
interested in a group,
Oh,
contact the
okay.
rectory, 883-2731, and ask Deanne or Patty about it, and they
Oh,
can get
that's good.
information for your kids
Okay.
and their teenagers.
Okay. Oh,
So
well,
they have a
that's
youth
good.
group, which is nice.
That's
I think
awesome.
it's on Wednesday nights, but I'm not sure. I believe that's when it is.
Lavender Moon, that's Kathy Klug's.
Right, she does
And
all
she's-
kind of essential oils
Yes.
and,
Lee Arts,
what is it?
Lee Art, or no, not Lee. It's less. It's not less. It's LES. Is it Lee Arts?
Lee.
LES.
I don't know how you.
Okay.
Is it? It's French, I
Yes,
guess.
it's French.
LES Arts.
Then we have La Technique Salon, Date and Spa, which is really exciting because they got some neat stuff in there.
Yeah, they're
St. Genevieve Art Center and Art Museum.
right.
The Rustic Center, okay, now this is where, now I have the names of these places. The Rustic Sand Candles, that's the one that has the cans, or like her cans that are designed, cutouts, and
And metal
so
designs too.
anybody,
flat
yeah,
metal.
metals, yeah.
Roofing. She uses
Gosh.
that tin siding and tin roofing
Oh, okay,
and
yes.
rusty
that's-
stuff.
yes.
And
She makes
they're really,
gorgeous
really
stuff.
neat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Really
So
gorgeous.
that's
If you need a little kitty cat, she can cut that
Oh,
out.
yes.
Or a doggy.
Or a dog,
Or a
whatever.
person. Yeah.
She's That was
very
Yes,
talented.
very. The Rust Artisan Shop, Rosemary and Thyme Cooking School.
I don't know if that's open anymore, is it?
I
I'm
hadn't
not
heard
sure.
that one.
I'm not
I'm
sure
not
about
sure
that.
if it's open anymore, but it may be. I shouldn't say
Queen
it
Anne's.
isn't.
Oh no, that's not even open. Only Child Originals.
Now,
That's
the
not-
Queen Anne's lace things are at QRST, the
Oh,
new
that's
tea
right.
shop.
The new tea shop. The guy
So-
that came that night and showed us those. I
Right.
love his teas. I'm
So
telling
if you saw something you wanted at Queen
Queen
Anne's
Yes.
Lace, you know, you might be able to pop in there and
Yeah.
find it something.
What was that
Yeah.
day that we went in
Okay.
there? Oh, my granddaughter, we went in and it was really neat. Of course, I like the teas. She's not
Yes.
really on teas, but they had all the lace and the different curtains and the doilies and all that kind
All
of
that
stuff.
kind of stuff,
Was
yeah.
all over there. That was really
And
neat.
hats and canes.
Oh my
and, you know,
gosh! Yeah.
And they've also rearranged it now. When you go in the door, if you go to the right, you go into their tea room. And then
Yes.
if you go to the left, you go into their merchandise
Their
room.
merchandise.
Where it used
Oh.
to be the opposite, and they switched it over a couple weeks ago.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
they
So it
did.
really looks nice
Oh,
in there.
I'll
That
have to go
tea
back
room
in,
is
yeah.
really nice.
Yeah.
So if you want to do afternoon tea, just
So
get
that-
you a party and go down there. And you
And
can
they-
probably even sit there and play cards.
Well, I know they have. I even think they have some sort of little desserts too.
Yes, they do
Okay.
sell. They sell
Okay, 'cause
desserts.
I knew I
And really fabulous teas, if you
oh my-
like tea.
If anybody like hot or cold teas, he had one that I thought, I don't know about that.
I like
yet."
the orange blood or
Mhm.
blood
Yeah,
orange,
yes,
or whichever
blood
one
orange,
it is.
bloody
yeah.
orange or something like that. Doesn't
yeah.
sound, but
Yeah.
then Merchant Street Gallery Masquerade on Main.
That's the place where they have the
yes,
clothes, yeah.
Yes. So that's why I was trying, and then Lewis Winery. That's the one on.
Lucy
right next door.
Winery,
Lucy-
yeah. Is it?
Lucy, you're right.
That's right,
I
yeah.
can't read or can't see.
Yeah,
but-
and they make their own wine there too.
So, and Sarah's, God bless Sarah, I'm telling you that.
Been for
Oh,
years, the best ice cream in town.
It really is. I mean,
I know
she's got amazing.
Yeah.
And then the St. Genevieve Museum Learning Center.
Yes, and
what
that's
it is.
fabulous,
Yes.
yeah.
The neatest thing was, every time we go to Kansas, they've got places that they take us all the time. My grandkids and daughter and son-in-law, and we go all over. Well, when they come to town, there's, well, I'm not saying they haven't done the houses. They've done all that, but you can only, for them, we got to go to the museum. That was really fascinating for them. They were excited.
Oh, I bet, yeah.
Now, they didn't come home over the summer, so they haven't got to go to the park, the water park. So when we go out there, always swimming, but their
Right.
subdivision has a swimming pool then. So, every time they come home, we always get excited and say, hey, you have to go here with us, or you have to go here.
Yeah.
And to show off our little town that we have. Then the Show Me Shop, Treasured Memories, Zelensky and Friends, North Main Art Gallery, and Rosie's Posies. She's amazing.
She's got neat things there
Absolutely.
too. Also.
Silver Sycamore Gallery and Fine Arts.
And there's several artists there, and the art is all really neat.
So the art now that's in the old museum.
That is the St. Genevieve Art Guild.
Okay, and that's all
And
different.
Learning Center. We have classes there. I'll talk about that in a little
Okay,
bit.
that's
yeah.
fine. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's just about.
Covers a lot of territory there.
Yes,
So
yes.
go
Just
see all these
go.
houses. Pick up a brochure and it's got everything in it that's in St. Genevieve. It's a very, very nice put together brochure. It's St. Genevieve, more history. It's just the beginning.
Yeah.
And
Has it got the water park in there? I didn't notice.
no, the water park's not in there.
Oh, no, huh? No, and I think this might be a little older one. I mean, it's perfect for all the older homes, and it's got
Right.
sassafras.
There's
and it's
only
got-
2 things in there
Yeah,
that
that I
still aren't
noticed
in
it,
business.
but,
yeah.
Other than that, it's,
Very informative.
absolutely.
Anything you want to see, that's a great brochure to pick up.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we'll move to the schools, and we'll tell you a little bit what's going on. I'm getting this out of the paper this week, so We'll start at the top, which is Valley, and it has football this Friday. The Warriors at Skyline, Urbana. So that's an away game, I guess. Volleyball is on Monday at 5 o'clock. They're going to Potosi and play. On Tuesday, the Warriors are going to be at Perryville. And on Thursday, Park Hill Central at the Warriors. So they'll be home here on Thursday. I would imagine that's junior. Not the
Varsity.
not the varsity. And then cross country is Saturday the 28th, and they're going to be in the Jackson Invitational City Park. And Wednesday the 1st, Warriors are going to be at at St. Vincent's in Perryville at the Park Center. So that's cross country. St. John has football on Friday also, and they're going to be in Festus at their field up there. Monday, Jackson is going to be at the Dragon, so that'll be in Peggy Johnson Gymnasium. So that's volleyball. And Tuesday, the Dragon's at Festus, and that's also volleyball. And these are early. They're like at 4:30, 4:15, and 4:30. And Thursday, they'll be at Jefferson R7 will be here at St. John. And St. John has a girls golf also. So that's at 10 a.m. They're going to be at Boonville Par 3 Tournament in High Ridge. And in Tuesday, then the 31st, at 2:30, Jackson is going to be here in St. John at the golf course out on 32, the golf course playing golf, yeah. And Wednesday, the Dragons are going to be at Farmington with Clayton Crown Point. I guess that is, I don't know what that is. The Dragons at Farmington with Clayton and try down that one. I don't know what that one is.
Dragons at Farmington.
Unless they have a tournament, maybe.
Farmington with Clayton.
Might be a typo.
I think it's girls golf.
Oh, it's still
Yeah,
the golf.
it's still the golf.
Oh, okay.
It's still golf. Yeah.
Excuse me, everybody. Okay, so they're going to be there at 3:30. And then the cross country will be Saturday the 11th all day, and they'll be at Arcadia Valley in Invitational in Ironton. So, let's see. That's about it for the schools. They are all, I guess, all excited and back in session now.
Oh, yeah, back in session.
And the kids are probably all happy to see all their friends.
Oh, yes.
For sure, yeah.
Yes,
Now, has the
absolutely.
school been mandated for masks?
No.
They're not mandated. Valley doesn't have to wear any. St. John actually is strongly encouraging people to wear them, but it's not mandated. And I know some are they're either mad at us for not doing it or mad at us for doing it.
So
But
it's
you know, if there's a time that it has to be done, our kids are our first priority.
and that's the
So-
same at both
Oh,
schools. Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely.
Both
at both
schools,
schools.
yeah.
And you know, if we feel it's time that, or something comes up and we have a few that get it, then we'll deal with
Right.
it then. If
And
we
the
have to go
parents, if
into
they
it.
want their kids to wear them,
Well,
that's
and that's what
fine.
it is, absolutely.
that's
Nobody's
fine
not
at
saying they
either
cannot
school.
wear them.
Right.
And actually, we have kids that are wearing them.
Right, and they do.
Yes.
Even
yes.
some of the teachers do.
Right,
Which is
absolutely,
fine.
some of the teachers. So if they want to wear, I mean, you know, that's good. I did have somebody today that was furious because we weren't. He doesn't have any kids in school or anything, but he was just mad that we weren't wearing them. And I told him that they can wear them, and that anyone has a problem, has anything, call the superintendent, call Dr. Fleet.
Express your opinion.
Absolutely. I mean, and if anybody has any problems, don't.
Gossip around town.
Right. That's the whole thing. It doesn't take nothing but a phone call.
That's right.
Our country's in a turmoil right now. We have
It's a
got to
mess.
start stop actually listening to the news and
Just try
I'm
to
sorry,
live your life.
live
yeah.
your lives.
Because you
and-
don't know what's true or false.
Absolutely.
Whatever,
So, and you can't live like that.
no, you can't
No.
live in fear.
So,
yeah.
You can't live
if you
upside
have
down.
any problems, you have any thing, if you need anything, call Dr. Fligg, and she'd be more than happy to talk with anybody.
And I'm sure the administrators
And
at the other
I'm
school
sorry,
would too.
yes,
That's
I-
okay.
I
I mean,
keep-
it's,
I guess it's
that's
because I-
because you're on the school
Right,
board
I
up
think
there.
that,
Yeah.
but I have grandkids that go to Valley, so.
Yeah.
But yes, I know that they would be the same,
Sure.
and they are.
All the
they're
schools
very-
are the same.
Absolutely.
That way, it's up to the
You know, that's
individual.
and I will say this real quick, when I go to the Missouri School Boards Association, it's neat because I not only talk about the public schools, because that's what I do. I
Right.
advocate for public education. But some of them have been down here, been in our little town or whatever, and know that we have the
Oh.
best public school, the best Catholic school, and then we have then we have Bloomsdale.
And Hope
we have-
Church.
Yeah, and Hope, and we have St. Agnes.
And all these little
Absolutely.
schools. Yeah.
So, and Zell.
Right.
So we have an amazing,
Educational system.
absolutely. And it doesn't make difference where it is, who you are, whatever. Just
You have a choice.
support absolutely. You have a choice and support everybody. And it's fun because, you know, when we go to the Valley and St. John games, they're so fun. Nobody cares. I mean, you have your diehard people,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
But, you know, most people, it's just don't get hurt.
Right.
Have fun, don't get hurt. Yeah, you're gonna
And
let your
that's the
team to
attitude
play.
everyone should have.
Absolutely.
It's fun. They're children. They're not adults.
And the fun part about it is your kids, it doesn't make a difference if they go to Valley or St. John. They're friends.
yeah.
They're
They do.
friends. They play all summer on summer sports together.
Right.
So, you know, just
They do
let
things
them-
together,
Absolutely.
all things.
Absolutely. We got amazing.
It's great.
Okay. So we covered our football and our sports for the schools. And now I found something interesting that I didn't know. Martha already knew it, and I don't know if Mary Ann did
Yeah,
or
they
not,
did.
but Reading Express, really I knew it existed, but I really didn't know where it came from or whatever. But they've been here for 20 years, and I've heard about them. Right now, they have 320 children that are participating in it, and it was started by Dolly Parton, which I did not know that. And up to date, I guess when that article was written in the paper, they had given 25,950 books.
Whoa.
That is a lot of books.
a lot of
No,
books.
that's a lot of books, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
But
And-
she was on that show one time.
Pardon?
She was on her show one time and talked about that.
On this show?
She was on a show, her own show.
Oh, her own show.
On TV and taught about
Oh,
these
okay.
books.
Dolly did.
Mhm.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that. Learn something new every day.
That's what keeps us going, right?
Yeah, for sure. That's a good project. It
Yes,
is. Yeah.
It is wonderful.
Yeah.
And so then we'll turn to Fourth Friday, which is this Friday. All the art places in town will be open and some of the shops. So come downtown. It starts at 6 and it runs till 9 o'clock. Most of the shops are open a little earlier. If you need gifts, art is a great gift to give. And there's small paintings, mini paintings, all the way up to great big ones. And there's every medium. There's ink, and there's acrylic, and there's watercolor, and there's drawing, and there's oils. So you can't go wrong. And having a piece of art on your wall that you can admire and connect with is really a good feeling. It is. It's really a good feeling. I know most of the younger generation are into the love and the whatever,
Right,
family
right.
and all the sayings on the wall. But it's always nice to have
But
some art on your wall
Have
also.
that piece of art and that saying right next to it. you
Yes,
know?
that would work fine. So, and you can buy miniatures, which are cute to just set on a shelf, or I have a couple on my microwave that I bought from a girl probably in the 7th grade, I think she was. Paints beautiful, and she lives in Maryland. And I bought 2 of her paintings because they were so cute and colorful. They were really, really bright. Yeah. So I bought 2 of those from her grandmother was saying, look what my granddaughter did. And I said, oh, I love them. And so I told her which ones I wanted, and she sent them to me. So Friday night, come into town, and also the Art Guild has a center in the old museum and library right across from the church, and right in the center of the square, right behind the courthouse.
Yeah, courthouse.
Kind of, well, it's in the courthouse yard, hooks onto it, so. And it's all been remodeled, it's nice and bright in there, and we have art classes where your kids can come, and adult classes also. You can do watercolor right now, pastel. Peggy Bay teaches a lot of just really, really great abstract art that's very modern. It's all over the Pinterest and everywhere. But she's developed her own style, and her own ideas are fabulous. They're very, very beautiful. And those are in the Art Guild. And you can't go wrong. And they're also up at Festus, I think, every once in a while, when one of the guys that used to come down here, well, they're down here almost every 4th Friday, or they used to be before they opened up their own gallery. But he has them up there too. So,
Okay.
And there's also, I think it's I don't know which date it is, in September, they have a big art festival up in Festus also. So
okay.
the surrounding towns have a lot to do too, and you can't go wrong on art. I mean, that's just a fact.
Right.
Yeah.
Here it is.
Yeah. So Marianne, you got some
Well,
artists-
Saturday,
you have
I don't know
something?
what we've got going this weekend. Saturday, we've got I guess you said Civil War enactment? Yeah,
Reenactment.
Reenact.
reenactment of Federal troops. It's the courthouse Sons of Union Veterans of the Civil War. And they'll be on the courthouse, taking over the courthouse during the Civil War. That's during the war. And that's going to be Saturday at 11 o'clock, and that'll be in front of the courthouse. So you'll be able to see that. And the Civil War camp will be on display, and it's set up on the courthouse lawn from 10 to 3. So
okay.
that'll all be right there in center of town, heart of town. Walk down 2 blocks, and you're in everything.
Into everything.
It's
Absolutely.
everything going on,
And
that's
that
usually neat.
reenactment is really neat.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's neat. There
Now,
are any
this-
uniforms.
I
and-
think the other part of it used to be down on the Georgia Fett grounds.
Yes.
Set up down there, but this year it's going to be right uptown.
Right.
Which that's a beautiful space. It's all
yes.
shady, and I think in the around noontime it's sunny, but
Yeah.
it's real, and there's like a breezeway.
But it's
through
so
the buildings.
unique that they're all in those uniforms. And just
It's
to
like the
see
real-
that
absolutely,
from
the
way
real-
back,
Right.
it's
Right.
unbelievable.
And there's young and old that participates in that, the soldiers, yeah.
that's
They're
like
really neat, yeah.
that's like our Lagoni.
Hmm.
That's
Little
like what we
Gioni.
have
Yeah.
on New Year's Eve. That's young and old now too. Where it used to be the older people, now we've got the young ones coming in with it too now.
I
That's
remember-
really neat. That's something that you have to come down on New Year's Eve and see.
Polly Morris was.
Oh, the Gioni, yeah.
Oh, Gioni. Oh, my gosh.
You have to
those
see
are
that.
some
Yeah,
fun-
that's New Year's Eve, isn't it, when they have that? Yeah, a lot of people do come here for that.
Yep.
Yeah. And then,
You know, we were talking a while ago about some of the stuff. I guess I didn't think of, you know, I was talking about downtown. We still have Thrive Nutrition, which Trish was on and talked about all the herbal stuff and shakes and teas that they have. Now they have muffins, and those are to die for. Let
oh,
me
do
tell-
they
oh,
really?
my
And that's
gosh.
out in the shopping center.
Yes,
up
right
from
next to the nail,
the nail place.
Yes.
yeah.
Ellen
And-
Nail, or whatever the nail place is. So we
And
have that. Then we
isn't
have-
Laurie, no, she moved, didn't she, Lori Evelyn? Did she move or she?
No, she's still out there.
She's
State
still there
Farm.
too,
It's
State
where
Farm.
State Farm Insurance
Right.
is. And then we have Mimi's,
Right, and they're open till 2.
Yes,
Yeah.
so we have them, and then McDonald's and this other place. I've seen that sign how many times? I see it all the time.
I think it is
I think it's Macho's Tacos or
I think
Macho's
that is
Nachos,
something like that.
something like
yeah.
that.
Yeah,
but-
they've got a big flag.
And
out
if you
there.
like tacos,
Yes,
they
I
can make really
heard-
good tacos.
And then we have good old El San Felipe.
Yes,
um,
out on 30th
I
Street.
call it,
The Mexican.
My-
the Mexican place,
they
I
all
call
say,
it.
all the younger generations say El San, so it's so easy for me to say that.
Say
Everyone's
what?
like, El San,
El Son?
yeah. I don't know why, that's just what they say,
That's
so
it.
I.
Okay, that's
thinking,
easy.
well, if you're gonna say that, it's a lot easier to say than that, the
That
other
other
name.
word, yeah, that you can't
And,
speak Spanish.
Right. And if anybody's been out there and they saw this beautiful painting on the wall that we're talking about, Mary Ann Roth made that, or painted that.
Right?
So she's one of our artists, and so is Iris. Now, don't look at me because I know nothing about painting.
She just promotes it.
Well, I just promote it. I love it, and I have paintings, and
Yeah. So I would encourage all the parents out there, and even you adults, if you've ever had a idea you just want to have fun and try art, there's classes at the art center, and they're only $25 for adults and $10 for kids. And sometimes that includes like 3 or 4 sessions. You know, I know I'm doing a watercolor in October, and you get to come 4 times for 3 hours for for $25 if you're an adult.
well,
You know, and I
what?
did that with the kids
Yes.
too earlier, and theirs was only $10.
See, and there's kids out there that like to paint, and if they had some guidance on showing them maybe just-
basics, yeah.
Oh,
And right now, Juanita Wyman is teaching a pastel class, and everybody in there just really loves it. And
Oh,
it's
yeah.
people who've never done pastel before. They're just
Yeah.
sitting in there trying it to see if they can do it, and
Right.
they're painting, doing some pretty good pictures. And then with Peggy, she teaches the kids all kind of really, really neat things. They made dragon eyes, and they made a cat and dog. I guess they just held stuff. They're pretty big, and they make them out of usable things. They're recycling, and then doing paper mache and stuff like that. And the kids all loved all the classes that they
Oh, I
took
bet
this
so.
summer.
I bet so.
And so we're going to repeat it, and the new list will be coming out shortly after school starts. Probably in a couple weeks we'll get it out, what the new classes are. And there's macrame and felding and, gosh, just so many things.
Just go down
Yeah.
there and they'll show you
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, and
like,
if you
"Hey, I'd like
want,
to do
if you
that."
want a list of what classes are offered, it'll probably be published in the paper, or you can contact anybody that belongs to the Art Guild, and they can give it to you, or you can go in the Art Center, which is open every weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, from 11 to 3. And you can go in there between that time, and the papers will be in there with the classes on. I think there's like 4 or 5 more classes till we start the new year.
Right.
And then there'll be a bunch of new ones, so.
And don't throw anything away. No, because I don't. Because I make something out of my buttons, and I make something out of my disc.
Yeah, yeah.
Sometimes you gotta throw stuff away,
Why?
or you got too much of it.
I've already got too much. My kids already told me it was getting pitched when I'm not here any longer.
Yes,
Yeah.
same here.
So, okay, well, that's all right, because if I want to
I
look
won't
at
know it.
That's right, I'm not gonna know.
I won't know if they
care.
throw it away. That's
I don't care.
okay with me, it's okay
But-
with them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so be sure to pick up this too. I don't know if this is anywhere, probably at the businesses, but it's got a directory where it tells you, they're like business cards, and they're all in this cute little brochure.
Yeah, where did I see
So
those
there's
at?
it right out here in the hallway.
Oh,
And everybody
I-
pays
That's
the water
right.
bill. so-
Yeah, I picked it up here where you pay your water bill, and
Okay.
it's just like business cards in it, yeah. And I
It's
thought it
neat.
was really neat, because if you want to know where
It's got
insurances
numbers,
are at, or
absolutely.
where to eat, or there's several of them. I guess they probably
Mm-hmm.
advertised in here. And it's produced by the Herald, so, yeah, so you can probably pick them up at the Herald too. But that's a neat brochure. And then this one that Martha was talking about a while ago, St. Genevieve, where history is just the beginning, and it's downtown guide. On the back even, there's a little history included on it back here. So then you can learn something about St. Genevieve,
Absolutely.
which a lot of people don't even know our history.
I know. Wow.
If you just moved here and you
Yeah.
want to know something, a little bit on here, and if you go to the Learning Center, they have a good history of, oh my gosh, they got some fantastic things in there.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
That's
things
what I
you wouldn't
said.
even think
And that's
that they
for
would do.
and that's for adults too. That's not just.
Yes, it's for
And
every
I
age.
was,
Every age.
I was very impressed with it. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed going through it.
Yeah.
So
So-
if you need to spend a weekend, we've got Friday night, we got Friday, it's the
Fourth
art walk.
Friday.
Got Saturday, it's the Civil War encampment in War, and Saturday, and then Sunday you can go visit all the shops
Right.
and
Right.
all the houses.
And also, they're doing movies in the park.
Movies
but
in the park.
I think it's kind of rained out or heated out, heated them out
It
already.
has for a
Yeah.
while, yeah.
So they
Yeah.
never. I think Frozen's going to be the first one when they get around
When they
to
get back to it.
back
yeah.
to doing it
Yeah.
when the weather cooperates, when it's
Oh, yeah,
not
it's
so
better.
hot or rainy. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah. So,
So-
anyway, that's a wrap up
so-
of our town.
Well,
so
on the art walk, is that just, is that all through town?
yes.
Okay, so.
When you get to a place that has a flag out, they are open with it. And then some of the shops are open that don't have their flags.
Okay.
So anywhere you see lights on, just open the door
You
and
just
go in.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it could be any store, any restaurant?
I think
Do the
some of
rest-
them are open.
Well, some
yeah.
of them are open anyway.
Right, yeah,
so-
they're open anyway,
Okay.
yeah. So you can go eat and then go to the art walk too.
Okay, so the
And a
art
lot
walk
of the
is-
places have tables outside where you can eat, the restaurants and that, where you can buy some wine and go out and sit at the table if it's pretty out,
Yeah.
not too blasted hot.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah,
This has
that's
been a
true.
hot summer,
Yes, it
yeah.
has. It's
So,
been summer.
yeah, Fourth Friday's always fun.
Yeah.
And if you come downtown, you're welcome to come in whatever ones you want to, where they have art, and then the next month come in to a different place. And usually the art is up a month or two in each place, so it's not that you're going to see the same thing every month you come downtown. The same art won't be in the same
In the same
place.
place, okay.
Yeah, some of it's like 2 months, and some of it's a month. Every month they change out. So,
Okay.
and they have pop-up artists too. That some of the artists pop up in shops, you know. So you might run into one of those too.
Oh, yeah.
And if you like tie-dye, which Suzanne Thompson has classes at her house also,
Oh, my gosh.
and that is so much fun to
My
do.
granddaughter's like
It's
that.
called shibori, I think, Japanese.
Ooh.
You can do linen, like linen napkins, or tablecloths, and linen and cotton, I think, dye the best. But she knows how to fold the fabric to make designs.
That's awesome.
And yeah, and it's done with
teaching.
ice and
Yes, I heard that.
and powdered dye. It's really a neat
Something
thing.
else.
I've done several of them, and I've sold a lot of the napkins that I
Oh, I
made.
bet so.
Yeah, they're
Right.
pretty. They're different.
Just,
Yeah. And she sells her. She tie-dyes aprons and dresses, and she sells those at Lucy Winery.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's neat.
So they're, and the tops. She does tops and aprons. And I don't know what else she does. She might have some purses or something in there
She
too.
might have
I don't
something
know.
in there.
Yeah. So anyway, that's a little, I guess, a little story of St. Genevieve, plus a lot of things to do. So
Well, and this Saturday night, we have for the last of our racing series.
Up at the
up
park.
or at the fairgrounds.
And hopefully no rain, because it's
Yeah,
still wet up
it's supposed
there.
to rain. Well, if it rains out, then they're gonna do it 2 weeks from
Oh,
then.
2
We'll
weeks
do it,
from
yeah.
now, yeah.
So, we just, we had it up until, it just got to be, it's too much the whole summer long.
Right.
It's just too much. Between the fair and the racing and all, not that it's not either one of them's they're both important, but it's just, you know,
For the volunteers
right,
there
for the
are.
volunteers.
So come on out and
So,
volunteer to do
absolutely,
things.
come out,
Every organization can use volunteers.
Every organization, even the ones
And
that we
it
have
makes you
to-
feel so good to volunteer.
You know, and if it's just an hour, you know.
Right.
have
And Jurda
just-
Fett, oh my goodness, they
Oh.
need volunteers really,
Yes,
really bad.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think people.
Those girls work so
Yes,
hard all
yes,
year round. I think they start like next
They
month,
start, you start
right
the
away.
month, absolutely. We start, as soon as our fair's over, we start the month after that, and,
It takes
and it
that
goes-
much planning to put on that big.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and I know
Absolutely.
Brenda and Jamie, and
Jamie.
they would really like to have somebody step
Some
up
extra
and
help. Oh, yes.
they would train you.
Yes,
Yeah.
to do it.
Yeah.
But, so we have that, and then.
They have Carrie Knoll, Joan's
Oh, that's
daughter.
right, yes.
She
yes.
stepped up, so
Oh, well, that's good.
hopefully she stays, yeah.
So we got that, and next weekend is the 61-yard,
Oh, yeah, the yard sale.
61 mile,
60
well, whatever that is. I can't.
61,
Well,
Mile
that's next
yard sale.
weekend.
There it is, 61 mile yard.
yeah, because it's on Highway
Highway
61.
61. So we
Yeah.
have that going, and the way I understand, people are having it, so.
Right, and it's
You know,
fun to go
it's fun.
root through everybody's
Abs-
treasures.
absolutely.
Well, it's outside mostly, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's, you
Yeah.
know, you're not enclosed
It's out in the
in.
open.
Yeah,
air,
it's out
yeah.
in the open air, you're not, it's just, people have to know that because you're on the highway and you're driving to somebody's yard sale, that does not mean that you can stop in the middle of the road and think, oh, should I go here, go here? No, it's
Keep moving.
dangerous, just
Yeah,
keep
keep
going.
moving.
You could always go back to that yard sale. We had it in Aunt Mary Ann's at one time, and
Oh, my
the
gosh.
school buses, oh, God bless them, the school buses couldn't get.
Couldn't even get through,
No,
huh?
they were having,
Oh.
so now they're off on Friday, so they don't have the yard sales anymore, but, it's,
Did they get new buses?
got
The
some
lights
of 'em.
look different on the front. I
And
was
those.
coming back from Bloomsdale today, and the lights are wider,
mhm.
a lot wider than they used to be.
And they may have.
They're really neat
extra-
buses
yeah,
now,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I thought, oh, the old-fashioned buses are gone. These are the new ones.
All the stuff that we can remember in our days.
Tells our
Yes,
age.
tells our age. But you know, when you think about it, you know, they were some fun times. Did we have some?
Oh, my
But you know
gosh,
what?
yeah.
This is what I told my grandkids, that, you know, we went outside. We played outside.
Oh, we didn't have no phones to get
No, we didn't have phones. We played, and if you
Made
lived in
up
a neighborhood,
games.
absolutely. If you lived in a neighborhood where you had 10 kids,
All
got to
10
play
of 'em played
softball
together,
or
You played till your
dodgeball.
hands froze and your
Absolutely.
feet froze.
You play, and then you go in at supper, and then
In the summer, you're out after.
Absolutely,
Yeah, you go in and eat, and you
absolutely.
come right back out. Yeah.
I know.
And I don't know if kids do that now, or if, like, we used to go sleigh riding in the evenings.
you know where we
during the
used to
cold.
sleigh ride? Up on Ridgeway. Well, now it's where we used to live. It's the St. John's. It's St. John's football field, right where the SG is. That used to be just a
Right,
field
field,
out
yeah.
there, and boy, we could
Yeah,
not
that went-
prayed for snow.
That went off of BS
remember that.
yard.
Yes, yes.
Did, right off of
Oh,
BS
yes,
yard
right
down.
up, right
down
there.
into the fields, yeah.
Absolutely. So, you know, those
And
were
we
some
used to
times.
sleigh ride on, it was an alley then, but now it's VFW Hill.
Oh, yes.
It was an
VFW.
alley, and there was a fire in the middle of the road in the winter.
We used to
And
sleigh-
kids sleigh riding all the way down, and
Oh, yes.
you'd turn the corner and go down to Main or go down on Leahy the other way.
Kids used to slide down
Fun.
down that lot next to us.
And the
hillside.
park,
We
yeah, the
slide our
park
hillside
used
all the
to
way.
be a lot of kids go up to, I
All
think
the way
they
to the
still
creek.
do that up
And
at
we
the park.
always had hot chocolate
With marshmallows,
with marshmallows.
always.
Fun
We were-
times.
we
We grew
were-
up in a good time.
We did.
Of course, the kids now, they
Yeah.
think it's a good time
Oh,
too,
yeah.
so that's okay.
We,
They'll be
uh,
telling their grandkids
Oh,
the same way we
absolutely.
do.
Something, because their kids are going to be, it'll be a whole lot different for them. You know, and,
Yeah.
you know, we, talking about something, and if anybody's listening or knows of anybody that wouldn't it be fun, you know, every time you want to go out at Christmas, I'm talking about Christmas now, um, I love lights, so I don't care
Yes.
where I have to go
Oh,
to look at
yes.
them, I want to go. But wouldn't it be neat if we could utilize the fairgrounds for that?
Oh, make a
Huh? A
drive-through? Yes, that would.
Oh, that would
So,
be great.
anybody that knows anything about that
Or has an
or has an
idea,
idea,
just bring it forth.
absolutely, let us know. I mean, it'd be something that, um, you know,
Actually, the
and we
whole
don't
park
need-
could be lit up. The whole park could be,
The park,
into
absolutely.
that.
It could be the park, it could be part of the fairgrounds. We even thought,
oh, yeah.
you know, come up from Main Street. Should we come up Main Street, come up that road, and then have a live nativity? You know, one year, and I don't know how many years ago, our very first Christmas in the park, or at the fairgrounds, was probably going to be one of the neatest things, and would have been something to carry on. Um, and why can't I think of the lady's name? Was it Marianne Mueller?
Oh, I know what you,
Mueller with
I know what you're talking
the
about.
sleigh, the sleigh rides with the
Oh,
horses.
okay. Was it Lou?
Lou, that's who it was. Yes, yes. Her, and so
They did do those
they
rides,
did.
didn't they?
She
Yeah.
did come up, but you talk about, that's my dream. That's my dream, to go for a sleigh ride in the snow in the winter somewhere. I keep telling my husband, we're not going to. If we don't if we don't do it soon, we're not going to be doing it.
It's
But
the bucket list.
right, right. But that's still a dream of mine. So you have dreams, right?
Yeah.
And but we had that, and then we had
We used to have
So-
sleigh rides go through town, didn't we?
yeah, the sleigh,
Yes,
yeah.
because
And
I
Jack
remember being
Dunphy,
on
Yeah.
one.
Did he have one? Yeah.
So we had the barn, or the one show barn where not show, where they played the music and stuff. We had a live nativity in there. We had vendors, and then
I remember
we
that.
had the I don't want to say the name because I can't remember exactly what his name was. Was it Joe Bowman? I'm not sure. Whoever it was that brought his wood stove up. And,
Oh, and put it in there.
And somebody in Perryville gave us some, I think it was called shrink wrap, and they wrapped that building.
Oh,
So it would
okay.
be warm, you
Yeah.
know, because we knew it was going to be cold because it was in December. And then we had games and stuff up at the youth building. Trying to think of what some of the other stuff we had. We had Santa Claus. Well, it just happened to be, that was the year that it snowed, not only snowed, there was ice and everything. Remember when they called the Christmas walk-off?
Yes,
That-
yes.
Everybody in town called their Christmas stuff off, or maybe postponed it. I don't know how many phone calls we got and said, you can't do that, you can't do that. We don't have anywhere else to go. We have to do, you know, now, well, we want to too, but, you know, we were on the phone 3 hours that morning
Oh, my goodness.
on, you know, talking, are you people coming, the people like, excuse me, are you coming with your sleigh? Are you going, and horses, are you going to be able to do it? Then we had, then we had the petting, we had the petting zoo from O Road, no, Y Road.
I don't know where it's at.
Anyway, it's been a while, so I can't remember who they were, but anyway, so we had all of that. Well, let me tell you, we had, and there were people that came, but it got to the point that the heater down there was melting
The plastic.
the snow
Oh, melting the
and
snow.
the ice, so that was all going in on the inside.
Oh, my
And then it was
goodness.
getting cold, and then the vendors, God bless them, they came to have a good time, and, you know, they wanted to sell their stuff for Christmas, you know, and, but I told her, I said, you know what, I am not leaving here, I don't care, I am not leaving here until I get a ride in the snow. And wasn't really snowing. Anyway, so that night, she goes, Martha, she goes, I think, we're going to have to go because, it really looks like it could do something. And I said, all right. So it was me and Mike and Tanny, and I'm thinking it was her kids. Anyway, we get in the sled and have our blanket around us. So she goes out the front entrance of the fairgrounds, up through the park. And see, we were going to have lights up there.
Oh, okay.
And so anyway, we went through there and went down. I went through the park and going down. And I am, you know what, I am not lying. So I guess God heard my prayer, or heard my wish, because I'm never going to go on that sleigh ride in the snow. It started snowing.
Oh my gosh, I bet
Not
it was beautiful
hard,
though.
but as we were going up in the park, the lights up there, you could just see it. I mean, it was beautiful. It was just beautiful, and it's just, we just have never had a chance to do that.
Do that again. That's neat.
I wish we could get those those horse carriages back again. Those were fun.
They are. They're neat.
And even if they wouldn't do it every, all the time, maybe occasions. I know you can do it during the Jurda Fed or anything like that, but
Just on a weekend would be neat. And they'd probably be crowded.
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely. Yeah. And let them know when they're in town and something like that. But so that was one thing, and but if anybody knows of some neat ideas,
Yeah, present them. Maybe you can develop into something
absolutely,
great.
you have no idea.
And also, the money can be donated to charity.
Absolutely. And
If the people donate their time, then
Absolutely.
the money could be going to
Yep.
any organization that really needs
Well,
it.
and we had that haunted house up in the park.
Yep.
And I'm telling you what, that was amazing. That was a big hit. But it takes
It takes
people
volunteers.
and
yeah.
volunteers.
Well, when
to
they
do
used
it.
to have, the JCs used to have it out there at that Lime Kill House on
Mhm.
Market
yes.
Street.
Really?
Oh, that was so scary.
Oh my gosh.
Those guys were grabbing
I
your
was gonna
legs
say.
and everything else. It was scary. That was a freaky night.
Oh my
That was a neat
gosh.
one.
Oh my gosh,
Yep.
that was something. They did it probably 2 or 3 years, and that was the end of it. Yeah, that was scary. I mean, I was adult. Well, I wasn't. I was out of high
Right,
school,
out of high school.
and it scared the crap out of me. Yeah, it was. Oh my gosh. So anyway, you guys out there, you got lots of things to do in town, and this was a different kind of show tonight. We've never done this, but I thought it was kind of
I
fun.
thought it was fun. Yes.
So we hope you did too. So next time we'll hopefully have a guest. We've covered about everybody in town, so we'll have to start over, which is good because they get to advertise their businesses and
Absolutely. And you know
tell
what?
what's
Sometimes-
new in their business because
Right.
it's always changing, like
Right.
everything changes.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
okay, so I guess we're ready to say good night.
Good night,
So,
everyone.
Good
night.
night.
Have a good
Thank you.
week. 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.